What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon MLB DFS video. It is Wednesday. It is April 28th, and I apologize I haven't had a video in a couple of days. The computer has been acting up, so I'm going to have to look at building a new computer. So if you guys are good at building computers, let me know any deals or anything like that. But if you don't know what we do here, we're going to go over every single game on the slate. We have a 15-game slate. In theory, we'd have 30 pitchers to go over, but not all the pitchers are listed as of the making of this video at 5 a.m., so we'll make do with what we can. And then we'll kind of go over some things on the FantasyTeamAdvisors.com website and some updates and stuff like that. So definitely, if you find this video helpful, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a positive comment. Comments help the algorithm, and it really would help me out, and it's completely free. So if you guys would like to win a day pass for FTA Plus, which would include NBA and MLB, any sport that is a day sport, hit that like button and subscribe, and then tell me who's going to hit a home run, what inning they're going to hit it in, and the distance the ball traveled for the tiebreaker. So pretty easy there. And if this video gets 30 likes before first pitch, we will put out a FanDuel and DraftKings GPP lineup. So definitely hit that like button. Pretty easy. If you're watching the video, hit the like button and leave a comment because it does help me out. So just a couple of things. We do have on FanDuel, we have it's called very early only slate, which is the Twins at the Indians and the Marlins at the Brewers. For some reason, we've got a weird time for the Dodgers game, so I don't believe it's on there at all. Let's see. Yeah, so that kind of sucks, but we'll go through it. Even maybe you'll play a single game or whatever they have, trying to see if they have a single game for the Dodgers. So they do. So I mean, you could use it for single game, but that's pretty much it. So we're gonna go over this. Out of all of these pitchers, all in theory 30 pitchers, but I think there's like 28 or 29. Out of a handful of them that we like will be in the article down below. Click that link down below, and please, if you would share that article on social media, that would help out immensely, especially on Twitter and our Facebook page. So that being said, we're going to jump right into it. Just looking at some weather, we have some concerns here, but not a ton. We should be good overall. You can see KC at Pittsburgh just going to be kind of overcast, but 75, 80 degrees, so it's warm there in Pittsburgh. This is the one here. So Philly at St. Louis. I'm going to play the same game. Well, you can't see it, but right here, 83% chance of rain. I'm going to play the same game. Anyone who subscribes to this channel, anyone who leaves a positive comment, if this game gets played, you all will receive a free day pass. So you'll have to, if it does get played, email me immediately. And this is a full game. This is if they play the full game. You know what? No, if they get a 5 innings in to make it an official game, you'll all get a day pass. So don't forget to comment and leave hit a like. The moment this game hits 5 innings, if it does, email me support@fantasyteamadvisors.com, letting me know, and we'll set you up with an account. But I don't believe this game will get played at all. I just don't see it. So if it does, everyone who comments and subscribes to this channel will get a day pass. I mean, 12 to 22%. So this is one I'm kind of looking at, but we don't have to matter because they have a retractable roof. So we should be good here. Just 7 to 10%. It's not a big day. So there's just a couple of things, but the Angels at the Rangers with the dome, they should already be prepared. So that being said, let's jump into the games here. First game on the slate, J.A. Crapp versus Logan Allen. The Twins, I believe, currently have the worst last 10-game record. They've just been falling down the rankings. They're in dead last in the Central, 7-15, 2-8 Oh, they're tied with Detroit. 2-8 in their last 10. They have the longest losing streak of 4 in the majors. Nope, they're tied with the Cubs with the longest losing streak. But the Indians are very, hit or miss. The Twins normally hit lefties well. I think people will be off of the Twins. It's an early only, so that's something to look at. But looking at this, J. Happ against the Indians, 45 plate appearances, a 20K percentage, 214 batting average. I do believe J. Happ had a no-hitter going into the 8th inning? I think it was the 8th inning last time. So kind of just looking at this, his last game against Pittsburgh, 7.1 innings, 1 hit. He only had 3 Ks, though. That's what sucked. So that's kind of what you could expect out of him. I mean, he went 7.1 innings, gave up only 1 hit, and only struck out 3. Coming into the game, he's 1-0 record, a 1.69 ERA, which is great. But in 4 starts, he only has 10 Ks total. He went, in 3 starts. In 3 starts, he has 10 K total. That's not good. So kind of looking at that, I don't know if I'll have much exposure. Again, it's an early only slate because we don't have a lot of great options in this early only. So on FanDuel, it's very early only. Then they have an all day. On DraftKings, it's early only. So looking at that, I kind of like Logan Allen. I think he'll go under owned just because, they have the righties that match. They have Buxton. They have Nelson Cruz. They have Mitch Garver. I mean, they have a ton of righties in this Twins lineup that can smash lefties, but they just haven't been lately. So that's something to think about. I think a lot of people will stack the Twins. With 2 games, you got to get a little crazy. Logan Allen could be there. He did get hit against the Yankees. So I don't know how much I'll actually play the early only slate, but I'll have some exposure to it. Next game here, we've got the Marlins at the Brewers. Sandy Alcantara, never having faced the Brewers before. And then we don't have a pitcher for the Brewers yet, which is kind of crazy. Alcantara's been pretty good this season. Not going to lie. He's been pretty damn good. And the Brewers have been struggling. I mean, they will put up runs at times. Again, with 2 games, with an only 2-game early slate, I don't know. You have to get crazy. Alcantara, I like him. Possibly. We'll see who the Brewers throw out there. If we play the early only, you could be looking at, just throwing darts pretty much is what I feel in this 2-game early only slate. Speaking of American Family Field, Milwaukee, they changed the name of Miller Park to American Family Field. Is anyone else, and this might just be me, but what's the worst stadium names that you can think of? Comment that below. That might be your positive comment. I mean, I can't think, and now I don't really know anything about soccer. I don't know much about basketball stadiums, so I could be. These are just weird. This just kind of reminds me of in the scene in basketball when everything went corporate. Even though Miller was corporate, it's just funny. So let me know weirdest names for stadiums that you can think of, or dumbest, however you want to explain it. So this is the game that kind of sucks because it's not on the very early only. It's not on the early only on DraftKings. You can only play it on the single games. We got Sonny Gray versus Kershaw. Now Gray, his start to the season was delayed, and it hasn't gone very well. He was a stud the past couple of years, and then. Yeah, it's not been a good start. He had a back issue. I think it's probably still bothering him. This will be his 3rd start. He's 0-1 with a 7.88 ERA and only 12 Ks here. Against the Cardinals last Friday, 3.2 innings, 5 earned runs, 1 home run. Did have 6 Ks, though. Against the Indians, 4.1 innings, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks as well. So he has 12 Ks, 6 in each game. But now he's going to be facing the Dodgers. They're a better team than both St. Louis and Cleveland. I don't know if his back is there. He's not going deep into games, so that's a problem for me. Could he change? Yeah, he could. If you're playing the all-day slate, you could use him. If you're playing the single game, you can't use pitchers. But I would probably be stacking the Dodgers, and I don't think that shouldn't be a surprise. The Dodgers are the Dodgers for a reason. Looking at this, Kershaw on the flip side, 53 plate appearances, 41.5 K percentage. He's having a great year so far. 149 ERA or batting average against him. I love Kershaw here. If you are playing the all-day slate for whatever reason, Kershaw would be a pitcher I would go with on this slate. And then the Dodgers bats. So then we get to the Royals at the Pirates here. This is the next game, and it's been very just depending. There is a little weather concern here. I don't think it's going to be much at all, but it could be. Now, actually, you know what? I guess FanDuel does have so they have very early only, which is the 2 games. Then they have early only, which is Cincinnati at the Dodgers, KC at Pittsburgh, and Boston at the Mets. So we will on fantasyteamadvisors.com, if you're part of FTA Plus, we will have a early only lineups, cash and GPP. So we will be able to use Kershaw. We will be able to use these. So I'm fairly excited about that. With only 3 games on the early only slate, you're going to have to get a little bit creative, like I said before. We got Mike Minor versus Mitch Keller. I would like this game a little bit more if it were in Kansas City, because the stadium is better for pitchers. But we're here. This is what we're going to do. Mike Minor, 12 plate appearances against him, 0 batting average, 50 K percentage. So he struck out 6. Hasn't seen a ton of them, obviously. He's a little bit older. As you can see, he's just got a touch of gray in that beard there. But for GPPs, I don't mind. Kind of the same thing with Mitch Keller. He's been very hit or miss. We've used him a couple times this year in GPPs. Hasn't worked out. The Royals have actually been pretty sneaky. You don't hear a lot of people talking about the Royals probably outside of like Kansas City, but I mean, they're 14-8. They're in first place. That's pretty good. Not expected. I mean, the White Sox are 2 games behind. The Indians are 3. The Detroit Tigers are 7, and Minnesota is 7. So just a weird couple of weeks to start the or basically month to start the season. But I'm looking at Mike Minor here. I don't mind him. I think if the Royals offense stays behind him, he should have a good game against the Pirates. Red Sox at the Mets, Nick Pavetta versus Jacob Degrom. I mean, there's not much to say here. Degrom's going to be the highest owned pitcher in this early only slate. He has back-to-back games with 15 strikeouts, which is nuts. I mean, he's doing things you shouldn't be able to do. The Mets finally gave him run support last game. Hopefully they can give him... I mean, they've had success against Nick Pavetta. The Mets bats have had 86 plate appearances, only struck out 15.1% of the time, and a 356 batting average. So when you dig into the 356, what players are the ones that we could target? Brandon Nimmo is 6 for 11. So, I mean, not a lot of people have had a lot of at-bats against him, but they've had success. Nimmo doesn't have a hit. Dom Smith is 4 for 9 with a double and a home run. I like that. Conforter's 2 for 9 with 2 home runs. Peraza 4 for 8 with 2 doubles. I mean, we've got a lot of people batting. Not a lot of home run power. We have 3 total home runs, 4, 5, 6, 7 doubles, no triples. But he has given up 26 hits. It's a 356 batting average here. Pavetta's not striking out a ton of people. I would definitely look at a Degrom starting pitcher and a Mets stack here. I would like this a little bit better if it was in Boston at that stadium, but we've got him here at Citi Field. I don't mind them here. We've got the Yankees at the Orioles. Domingo Germán versus, as of right now, to be announced. Which is kind of crazy. Yankees coming off of a impressive win last night. It sounds like Aaron Judge is just a little sore, so he probably won't be in there tonight. Higashioka is dominating when he starts. I think Gary Sanchez is going to sit, and he's going to start here. So Germán, he got called up from the alternate site last Thursday. 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 total runs, 1 walk, 6 Ks. Does come in with a 6.23 ERA. I know it says he hasn't faced a player here, but he has. He's faced 35 at-bats for this current roster, giving up 8 hits to 137 batting average, and he struck out 9 of the 35 at-bats that he's had. So he's given up no home runs, no triples, and 1 double to Rio Ruiz, and that's basically it. So Trey Mancini does have the most amount of at-bats, 12 of the 35, batting .250. He's got 3 hits. So Germán could be an option for you for GPPs. I don't trust him for cash yet. Still not someone that I would trust. Yankees are always a dominant stack when they're on. So with the Yankees trading Tauchman yesterday, I would assume if Judge sits, it'll be, I would guess, Brett Gardner in left, Aaron Hicks in center, and Clint Frazier in right field. If that happens, those are cheap options in the outfield. You can get a lot of those options for very cheap. Since Gardner doesn't start, he'll be very cheap. Clint Frazier's been kind of non-existent to start the season. So a lot of cheap options you might have for if you want to go cheaper on the stack side. I mean, Stanton is dominating right now. He's hitting massive home runs. He's hitting the ball 118 miles an hour. I will wait to see who Baltimore does end up throwing out there, but I like Germán for GPPs. Then we move on to the Nats at the Blue Jays. Max Scherzer was my play last night. Of course, he gave up, I think, 6 earned runs. Vlad had 3 home runs on the night. He's going to be super popular no matter what. Not saying he won't dominate, but if you want to get different a little bit, Vlad's probably going to be the highest owned first baseman / catcher position on FanDuel or utility, I guess. Eric Fetty, 18 plate appearances, 357 batting average against him, 5.16 ERA, or 5.16 K percentage, which is not good. Blue Jays can mash. I think a Blue Jay stack is good. If you want to get leverage on the field, if you want to make multiple Blue Jays lineups, one with Vlad and one without, I don't mind. Flip side of that, Steven Matz, 179 plate appearances, a 251 batting average. He's coming in with a 4-0 record. Washington can hit. I think Matz will go underowned. I like him for GBPs. I don't know if I trust him for cash, but GBPs, Steven Matz, I don't mind at all. Athletics at the rate. We'll just kind of looking Blue Jays bats that have had success against Eric here. I mean, Vlad's 0 for 2. Yeah, I mean, there's not much. No triples, no doubles. Only 1 extra base hit, which was Bo Bichette, who's been dominating to start the season. So not a ton of great options there. Out of 18 plate appearances, he's given up 14 at-bats, 5 hits, only 1 K. That's the problem. You could throw Eric Fetty here for GPPs because I doubt his ownership will be anything. And that's obviously if you make multiple lineups. That's where you got to get crazy. You gotta make multiple lineups. You're rarely ever going to win big money in GPPs with a single dart. Let's just put it that way. Athletics at the Rays, Cole Irvin versus Tyler Glasnow. It's really hard to ever want to take a pitcher against Tampa Bay unless it's like Garrett Cole or a absolute stud. Glasnow, coming off his worst start of the season, 21 plate appearances against the A's, 150 batting average, 28.6 K percentage. It's playing at the Trop, which is a terrible field for hitting, great field for pitching, and a terrible field if you're trying to find the ball in a pop-up in that stupid dome. I don't know why they don't paint that dome. But Glasnow coming off his worst start against Toronto. I think he gave up 5 or 6 earned runs. I have it written down in the article. You can click the link down below and check that out. But gave up that many runs, but still struck out 10. So we did use him on Friday. Still struck out 10, but he didn't get as many fantasy points as you thought he would because he gave up so many runs. I think he bounces back. The A's are a good team, but Glasnow's really good. We just got to get him at least 6 innings pitched. Cubs at the Braves, Kyle Hendricks versus Noah. The problem is I picked him up in my season long last time he faced the Cubs, and I think he gave up 6 earned runs quickly. Just kind of looking at what he did give up. Let's see. Was that his last start or 2 starts ago? I think it was 2 starts ago. Let's see what Huascar gave us. So it was 2 starts ago. His last start against the Diamondbacks, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks. Of course, I had dropped him on my season long. Picked him up against the Cubs because the Cubs are struggling against everybody. That game, 4 innings, 7 hits, 6 earned runs, only 5 strikeouts. Honestly, I think people will go away from him. He has good stuff. He had 10 strikeouts against Miami. He had 5 against Washington. I mean, he's been good. He's 1-1 with a 3.6 ERA and a .86 whip, so he's not walking a ton of people. And the Cubs are very, very just stringy. They're either putting up a bunch of runs or they're getting shut out. I don't trust Hendricks here. Ronald Acuna hit a ball like 700 feet last night. I think it went out of the stadium. I'm not sure. I don't trust Hendricks. I would put him in GPPs, but that's about it. That would be about it. I know his numbers aren't good. Obviously, 1 start against them, 3.89 ERA, 27.8. The Cubs can be shut down, and he can shut them down. In cash, I don't trust him, though. Phillies at the Cardinals, Vince Velasquez versus Johann Avieto. I don't think this game gets played at all. 64 plate appearances, 255 batting average. I'm not looking at this game because I will avoid it like the plague, because if this game does get played, there'll be so much rain, it won't be worth it. Plus, I don't trust either of these pitchers. I don't know anything about him at all. Angels at the Rangers, Alex Cobb versus Dane Dunning. Cobb, 25 plate appearances, a 24 K percentage, 250 batting average. I like both of these pitchers in GBP. Cobb's one of those pitchers where when he's on, he's really on, but when he is off, he's getting hit hard. A couple starts ago, he had 10 Ks. We didn't use him. We used him his next start. He got rocked. I don't trust him in cash, but I don't mind either of these pitchers in GPP. Dane Dunning's always an intriguing GPP option for me. He'll rarely ever make cash at all for me. You got the Mariners at the Astros. You got Justin Dunn versus Zach Grinky. I think we just saw this matchup a couple weeks ago. Something like that. No, I guess we didn't. I'm thinking Justice Sheffield. Dunn's coming in with a 1-0 record, 3.68 ERA, 14 Ks. Not striking out a ton of people. But against Boston on Thursday, 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks. And we've seen pitchers, if you use pitchers against Houston sometimes, they give you a ton of fantasy points and are very low owned because of how good Houston is. Zach Greinke, on the other hand, we used him last time he faced the Mariners. It did not go well. He faced them 2 starts ago on April 17th. Or no, it did go well. 8 innings, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks. Oh, I'm thinking we also used him against Detroit, where he gave up 10 hits and 4.2 for 6 earned runs and 3 home runs. So Greinke, he's coming in 2-1 record, 2.76 ERA. He's getting a great matchup here against the Mariners at home, and the Astros have been coming on strong. I don't mind him at all. GPP for Dunn, cash for Greinke, and move on with your day. Got the Tigers at the White Sox. You got Casey Mize versus Carlos Rodon. Mize, 16 plate appearances. He's not consistent enough for me, especially against a White Sox team that can hit. Rodon here, 6 plate appearances, a 2.68 batting average. We did have him, a little bit of shares of him when he had his no-hitter, which was fantastic. And we've used him since then. Rodon coming in is 3-0 record, .47 ERA. He's faced the Indians twice and the Mariners. So this will be his 4th start against a team that's not good at all. Which bodes well for us. So looking at that, he's given up 1 earned run in 3 starts. In 19 innings, 1 earned run with 24 Ks. Rodon's going to be expensive, but he's going to be worth it, guys. Love Rodon here. Padres at the Diamondbacks, Ryan Weathers versus Taylor Widener. I believe Widener faced them not long ago. Ryan Weathers here looks like he's 12. He really does look like he's 12. Weathers started off the season in the bullpen. He's made one start, and that was against the Dodgers, 5.2 innings, no earned runs, 6 Ks. That was against the Dodgers. Against the Diamondbacks on opening weekend, he went 3 innings with 3 Ks in relief, but he ended up getting the save here. But kind of looking at that, I don't mind either of these pitchers for GPP, but because you can see Widener has some good numbers against them, but we know the Padres are the Padres. They can put up a ton of runs whenever they want. I mean, they put up like 6 runs to take the win from the Dodgers on Sunday night. So we know what San Diego can do. GPP-wise, both of these, yes. Cash, no. The final game on the slate, you got the Rockies at the Giants. You've got Marquez versus Alex Wood. I like Alex Wood here. I know his numbers aren't good, 63 plate appearances, but you got to get a little bit crazy if you want to win some money in DFS for MLB. Not striking out a ton of people, but I don't mind him in GPPs. The numbers aren't good, 379 batting average and only 12.7 K percentage, but I don't mind Alex Wood here. Just looking at his numbers this season so far, Alex Wood comes in 2-0 record, .75 ERA, 11 Ks in 2 starts. They're both against Miami, 1 at home, 1 on the road. His last one at home, and this game's at home, it's at Pitchers Park, Oracle Park, 7 innings, 1 earned run, 7 Ks against Miami. I kind of like that because everyone pretty much on the Rockies are struggling pretty hard. So Alex Wood could be that late night, last game hammer for you for your pitching options here. I don't trust Marquez here. I know the Giants aren't the best, but they can hit when it counts, unlike the Rockies here. So there you go, guys and gals. Those are all of the pitching breakdown. I know these videos are longer, but hopefully they're informative. If they are, let me know. Let me know what you like in these videos. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know what you would like to see or what you would like me to take out of these. Trying to help as much as humanly possible. So with that said, down below in the description of this video is this article right here. You can check out the article. You can check out all of the pictures that we like in the article down below. So out of all of like 27 or 28 pictures that we just discussed, we've got a handful of them that we do like. I went over a lot more in this video, so that's why you should check out these videos when they're posted on this channel. So hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification, because I break down more of the game in these videos than I do in the article, because I just don't have enough time to write all this stuff down. But that being said, you can check out this article. Please share it if you have checked it out. Check out all of our social media, Facebook. Every 100 likes on our new Facebook page, we're going to give away a month subscription. You can sign up. We've got 3 more days left of the YouTube promo code. So if you sign up FTA Plus, so if you come to click FTA Plus on fantasyteamadvisors.com, we got a day pass for $1.99. Got a week pass for $14.99. The week pass will give you every single sport. The day pass will give you sports that are daily. So they'll give you the MLB and NBA content. The week will be everything. That includes NBA, MLB, PGA, which comes out tomorrow. So definitely check that out. NASCAR as well, and MMA. Those are the weekly ones. You can check that out. Or the month pass. If you use the promo code YouTube21, all one word, all capital letters and numbers here, you're going to get half off a month. That is through the month of April, and then it is done. Then it'll be full price moving forward. So that being said, if you guys have any questions at all, please hit us up. Check out our Discord channel. You can find the link in the description of this video as well. I'm making a bunch of things in there. We've got some bots in there. So any news that breaks for MLB, NBA, PGA, golf, any sport, the bots will bring in that news for you. Starting lineups for baseball go into the baseball category. So we got a bunch of categories. We got a bunch of pages. We've been growing like crazy. If you guys want to get in, the link will be down below as well. And that's really all I've got for you guys. So thanks for checking this video out. Make sure to share it. Make sure to like it. Make sure to comment down below. and subscribe to our channel. Good luck tonight, everyone, and let's bring home some bacon. Peace.